Yo, yo.
Yo, can
Hey,
you hear
how's
me?
it going? Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, cool.
Cool. How's it going?
Good.
Nice.
You got nice and rested?
Yeah, yes. That was funny. No, I thought you sent me a message around the same time, and then I realized that yours was PM.
Yeah.
Like, yours was 4 something PM, and then mine was AM, and I was like,
Yeah. No, I would
oh.
be fucked for work if that was up at that time.
Okay, but we made it. So, alright, so what is the plan for today? What are we going to be going
Yeah.
over?
I'm I'm thinking I've been I think the main thing I focused on since last time was like laser, like
Mm-hmm.
like incorporating lasers, like moving better.
Yeah, like not
Um
getting lazy and, like, jumping in, right?
yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping like I think I understand the game now. And now I just get stuck being like I don't know which option to do, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm very aware that I don't know what to do, whereas before I like didn't know that.
Okay.
So I'm at like a point where now I think I'm ready just to start learning like specific matchups. Like, okay, what do I do? Falco versus Fox, what's good, what's not good? Falco Ditto, what's good, what's not good? Because right now
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of do general stuff that I know is good and not good, but um, I need to start learning the specifics, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sounds good. So this first game is against Fox.
Yeah, so this was a training mode Tuesday, and this guy was actually like 5-1.
Okay.
Um,
I've
and
seen the tag before. I don't remember where, but
I
I've
think it's
definitely seen
Hack's
the tag.
best of five. Um,
Huh?
his thing was Hack's best of five on which I'd seen on Twitter or something.
Hmm.
I don't know, but I chose this one because like I actually kept up, like because he was playing kind of not bad. He was playing kind of stale, and
Mm-hmm.
then when he would turn it on, he would just like fuck me up. But then
Mm.
when he would kind of get stale, like I would be able to convert again. So I feel like this is like a good game to find out like what because I don't really know what to do when he turns it on because it's like he's just so fast and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just like I
Okay.
try to laser, it's like I get punished. I try to wait for him to come in, like I can't react. um
Mm-hmm.
so I just thought
Okay.
this would be a good game to kind of show what happens when I feel like I'm getting outclassed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so just in general, the idea in this matchup is you want to mostly use like lasers to keep Fox at a range where like basically you're trying to like if he wants to rush in at you, you just kind of use your lasers to like stop his momentum and make it like take long enough for him to like rush you that it's really obvious. Like
Hmm.
like for example doing like retreating laser and then laser in place and then dash back laser or whatever. It's like the retreating laser will stop him and then the laser in place stops him and then the dash back backflip laser stops him again, and it's like at this point if he's still committed to attacking, he's first of all risked his life like 3 times because you could have laser down aired like any of those times. And like, now he's in like really close, he just got hit with a laser and you can do a dash dance bait or like just hit him or something like that.
I
And
think that's the part where I don't know is what to do after the lasers because I literally
okay.
find myself being like, okay, I'm lasering. Don't really know how to get the open up
Mm-hmm.
though.
Okay, and then there are 2 other pieces to avoiding Fox. The second one is full hop. So you're gonna
Okay.
want to make sure to use platforms like a significant amount, because they basically allow you to like think of it like you're using the lasers, you're moving around, you're kind of looking for like a range where you have some sort of like read or it feels like favorable, like you have some sort of advantage state on Fox. Maybe he dashes away and he shields, and now you're behind his shield and you just laser and you get to dash dance for a second. Like that's a good situation. But sometimes you laser Fox and it's just this really awkward spot, or maybe he's like already in his run animation, so you're afraid he's gonna like running power shield.
Okay.
And like in a lot of those situations, you can kind of just use full hop either to side plat or top plat or just like full hop empty in general to sort of like get out of the way of what he's doing. You know how Fox uses his full hop against your short hop, right? Like you try to short hop in, and then Fox will just like full hop above you.
Yeah.
Your full hop is basically like that same thing, but against Fox's like short hop and full hop. You don't really get like punishes like he does with his full hop, but you get to avoid both the short hop and the full hop. So like it's that same concept where it's like, oh, he's kind of coming in, and you just like full hop, and it's like, well, if he did a full hop or a short hop aerial or a grounded move, all of those will now miss. And a lot of times you can get something like, let's say you're kind of like right here. Oh, I'm screen sharing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say you're like right here, and then Fox is here, and you laser him, and he's kind of in this really awkward dash dance range, and maybe you're like in the corner at like 70, and you're like, oh, he's just gonna nair in, I'm scared, right? Then I'll do like laser dash full hop to top plat, and then a lot of times what'll happen here is that I'll just drop immediately, and Fox thinks I'm gonna go for like full hop to top plat, drop down air or something, right? So a lot of times I go full hop I do laser full hop, and then I drop, and then Fox will like, let's say Fox dashes this way to avoid the aerial, and I do drop laser or drop turnaround laser. And now it's like a similar range, but I'm in center and he's in the corner, and maybe now I'm deciding to, go in or whatever. Or let's say I laser him here and he's here and I'm here. Maybe I can, back off and laser more because I now have extra space. And if he gets too close, I can go to the side plat or the top plat, stuff like that. And then, so those are like the top two tools. And then the third one, which happens, it's like not as versatile, but it happens quite a bit, is just roll. And a lot of times this will be in a situation where Fox just kind of full hops at you, especially when you're at like, well, it'll happen with both the drill and the nair depending on the percent, but sometimes, you're standing there and Fox just does a rando full hop, and the drift is kind of ambiguous, and the fast fall is kind of ambiguous, and he basically doesn't really even know what's going on himself. He just wants to land on you with an aerial and then pressure. Yeah. A lot of times from there, I will just let him hit my shield, or I'll roll before he hits my shield, and I'll just roll. I'll just pick a direction to roll, and I'll kind of get out of there. Just because if you let him actually land on you with any form of aerial, and it's not one that you predicted with like power shield shine, CC shine, up tilt, something like that, like if you didn't fully predict it, he's a lot of times going to have like a big advantage. So a lot of times my neutral against Fox ends up with some sort of like laser, go to side plat, come down, laser, full hop to top plat, laser, retreating laser, go to side plat. And then, like, maybe at some point in there, he jumps at me and I'll roll, retreating laser, and then maybe I catch him. I'm like, man, he's really running in for, like, multiple lasers. And then I'll down air and I'll catch him there or something like that. That's, like, a really common sort of flow for maybe, like, how an actual, like, Falco Fox stock would go for me.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes, because I actually remember that from the last lesson, because the only things that I think about while I'm playing Fox is roll if he's above me, so that stuck, and full hop, because I remember the Yoshi set where you couldn't even finish it because I wasn't full hopping.
Oh, right.
So hopefully you can like notice that I'm doing, because those are the two things that I've been doing. So I'm curious like where I'm dropping, or like where I'm
okay. So we start out. Let's see. I think this was good by you, where you do this, and then you do this, and then you realize that he's staying up here. So you go up here and you shoot these. This is really good. And then you actually come down with the shine. Wow, that was actually brilliant. Good job. That was a really, really good shine.
I know. Did not expect that. I don't know how I thought to do that, honestly.
If you're really, really cool, you do shine waveland down here.
Yeah.
But this was still really good. Okay, sure. You have to be really careful of these like gaps in the laser. Like, it's sort of okay because there was like a shield here. Like, he shields this laser. So, like, technically you do have a little bit of time to dash dance here, but a lot of times if somebody shields the laser, you can kind of get... Like, you can basically either just do, like, another laser. Like, if I here, you can just do, like, laser and then drift in like slightly, or just laser again in place, and you're in like a pretty good spot. You don't need to stop. Like, unless they really make you stop lasering, you don't really need to. Like, you can here. You're kind of safe. But this dash dance, you're not like... If you were here and he shielded, I would approve of this dash dance. Because you're kind of baiting him to, like, short hop or full hop aerial out of shield and try to hit you. Mm-hmm. But because you're kind of far away here, it just kind of doesn't do anything. And then you end up in this spot where, like... Now you're here, and see how many frames he kind of has to dash before your laser comes out? Like, he could have gotten a running power shield, or he could have, like, closed the gap quite a bit by that point. So you just have to be really aware that, like, the kind of, like, pew, 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 like that laser timing, whatever, is sort of the only thing that keeps him out. And if you're kind of going, like, pew, 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 then, like, he will just take one of those lasers and close the gap, and you'll be in an uncomfortable situation. You can use, like I said, when he shields, you can bait stuff out. Like, sometimes it's okay to stop for a split second. You just have to be, like, aware that when you stop, it could end up with him getting too close, and you might have to retreat to a platform or retreating laser or something like that. But as long as you're sort of like, pew, 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 you don't really have, like, it takes him too long to get in close to you, so you can kind of just chill out while you're doing that. But every little gap, you have to be aware that he could try something. Okay, let's see. Okay, yes.
So I know Naren, like, every time I run in with Nair, I go, Fiction said that's bad. What? Like, why did I do that?
Yeah, it's like not. I don't know. Like, it could be worse, I guess. But I really like,
because he's done here. I'll do it where, like, it's like literally he's dash dancing, and I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just too easy for Fox to avoid.
Yeah,
I think. Hit. Yeah, pretty much. I think that right here in this position, this is like a really good spot to either full hop to here or dash full hop to top plat. You even have like a, if you do dash full hop, you can even like waveland here or like mix them up, or like, there's all kinds of things you can do with the platforms here. You can either do that, or I guess if you're really confident with ledge dashing, you can go to ledge. But I really don't advocate like sort of fighting out of this position. I feel like it's way too easy to be like, just try to do something, and then like let's say you do this laser and you do an approaching nair here, and he just up smashes you, and then you miss tech, and he up smashes again, and you DI, you're like here, and then he just goes for some cheese or something. Like, it can get bad like really fast out of the corner, even at like 0. Shine and drill and who knows what. So, ooh. You don't really want to roll when Fox is like dashing around doing this. If you feel like, if Fox is sort of on the ground, your down air and shine are your real tools. You want to more so mix up your grounded position, because a lot of times when they get in this sort of like grounded dash around zone, they're sort of looking like he's looking for grabs. Sometimes they're looking for like running shine or up smashes. Everybody has their own like sort of gamble style they do out of those, and like this is a lot of times where the jumping comes in handy, where it's kind of like the jumping and the shines. So think of it as kind of like an interesting dynamic where, like, if you're in the air, Fox can't really like grab you, and a lot of his like moves, like down tilt is gonna miss. Some of his moves are like less likely to hit when you're in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also like shine, where like maybe you'll DI shine weird or tech in a different way because you're in the air. So Fox gets like, he's not amazing, especially when you're at low percent, because if he nairs you if he like nairs you, he's not gonna get like a knockdown or something. Just jumping a lot is pretty good. Like, just kind of being in the air and like short hopping over and over, just because it avoids the grab. That's the main thing. So like,
jumping, it,
huh?
like, is it specifically one type of jump, or it can
No,
be?
here actually I'm just gonna pull up Uncle Punch really quick to show you.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, because I feel like this is something I can explain with words, but just being like, yo, jumping is good, and you're like, I need more. I'm like, yeah, I want to show you like an example. So it's basically it's like the idea of trying to maximize the threat of Falco's like presence when Fox is close to him, because otherwise you end up with this feeling that like you're all fragile and he's super fast, and it gets really scary. And that's kind of like what the Fox wants. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for like, so think about this. If I'm doing mixing up like the fast falls and the non-fast falls, and I'm mixing up like this with this, and I'm just kind of mixing up these drifts, and I'm fast falling sometimes and I'm not fast falling others, this is extremely difficult for any character to like run up and grab. You know, like, because I'm just jumping around and I'm mixing up down airs, and like, dude, you're gonna get hit by one of these at some point. Everybody like is gonna feel like they're gonna get hit by those. And so a lot of times what they're gonna try to do is they're gonna try to like, you'll do this, and then they'll try to like time like a punish, you know, or time a drill on your down airs if you just sit here doing this. They're eventually gonna like time your landing. And that's where the shine comes in. Because if they're just barely late on the landing, or spot dodge, but mostly shine. If they're just barely late on the landing, they're going to get shine. And so suddenly, the like, Falco's landing is a little bit less easy to punish, because let's say you thought he was going to do non-fast fall shine, and he does slight fast fall shine here. Like, he's a little bit faster than you thought. Suddenly, you know, your previous punish, which was the grab, is just going to get shined. Or spot dodge, but usually shine. And
So are you shining every time, or are you shining when you see that he committed?
This is all like a mix-up. There's no actual like reacting going on here.
Okay.
The idea is like you want to make it like you want to be as prickly as possible, where like you're just sort of making guesses, and the idea is that if Fox tries, like you're kind of just flailing with like you're flailing with deadly weapons, and Fox has the choice to either like risk it or back off. And a lot of times, you know, if he decides to risk it, you'll just hit him anyway. And if he backs off, that's kind of what you wanted in the first place, instead of doing like roll, you know.
Okay, that makes sense.
So the other part of this mix-up to increase the scariness of it is wave shines. Like just like doing this, like just that, literally like shine, wave dash, shine. Doing this is pretty scary, especially if you go back and forth and you mix it up. Just because if this happens to hit, you know, it's like, oh, yay, I get to react, you know, 10 seconds late and murder Fox. So it's like the shine hitting is so scary, the down airs lead into the shine, and so if you're mixing up these and you're just sort of, you know, doing this, and as long as you're not like aiming right for them every single time, and you're kind of just like, you know, and you just kind of throw out some combo of like this stuff, most of the time you will just get out safely, because they don't really want to deal with that. So you'll kind of just be here, and you're just like, you just do like this, and then you dip, or something like that. And it's like, yeah, like it is like a mix-up, and like you're gonna get hit sometime. You're just trying to like create basically like a deterrent. Like, yo, Fox, like don't just run at me and throw out moves, because you will get bit by this shine.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then basically at any point during this like little mix-up fest here, you can do retreating laser, and you're just safe. Like dash away laser. And so a lot of times but if you roll, you know, you don't get the opportunity to like roll dash away. It's too slow. So that's why you go like, you go like this. A lot of times they'll go this, bam, like that. And you're just kind of back in neutral.
Okay.
So that's sort of that idea. Is like you want to be intimidating on the ground, but you don't really want to like chase Fox or like reach for him. You just have this sort of set of mix-ups where it's kind of like, go for it, try, like.
Yeah. So like where I rolled, I'm kind of doing it like in the general area of where he's trying to grab me, but in like in an unpredictable way. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
not trying to necessarily hit him with it. It's more I'm just putting it where if he wants to come in, he's gonna get hit by it.
It's yeah, you're just yeah, like so for instance, like right here, this is like a good example of okay, so you're like right here, you know, you do this retreating laser, this is fine. You end up here. Okay, so this is the spot. So let's say he misses this, right? Like I guess you know technically because he's whiffed his grab, if you just rolled this way, you'd be like safe. But like let's say you didn't whiff the roll, or you didn't do the roll and he didn't whiff the grab and he's just kind of there. You can just down air in place or do like a quick auto cancel back air, drift away, and just do like some aerial and then maybe a shine or maybe another like dash and drift back aerial and then retreating laser.
Okay.
It's just like as long as you're not overwhelmingly like predictable with it, Fox is usually just going to be like, I don't want that. Because Fox wants the guaranteed win on you. Every Fox, their worst nightmare is just random Falco. Like, oh, I don't know what's even happening, and I shined you. You know, like, that's what they're really trying to, like, avoid. Because every Fox is like, oh, all the Falcos are dumber than me, and they're going to just throw out their dumb stuff and beat me. And this is just the truth. Like, most Foxes are going to try to play a little bit more, like, defensive against, like, when you start just throwing stuff out. As long as you're not, like, jumping at him and being like, please hit, and you're just sort of like, I'm just putting out moves, stay away from me, I'm putting out moves, stay away from me, and then you get your retreating laser, whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't have to have too much rhyme or reason behind it. You'll find it's very difficult for Fox to really try to get you out of it. He doesn't really want to push into that. Especially if if you do it for too long, he'll eventually devise some sort of plan, right? But like,
yeah.
It's just scary. It's kind of like if you're just standing here and you break in neutral with Fox and he's right here and he just does 3 nairs in place really fast and then dashes away. Like, what are the odds that you, like, punished those nairs? Like, 0.
Yeah.
Like, you're just not going to, like, you can do whatever. You can, freak out over there if you want. Like, I'm not going to deal with it. Okay, definitely when you are on the retreat in this matchup, like for example here, you need to make sure that you're like, there are 2 options. You're either gonna retreat, or you're gonna like retreat, and then when Fox comes to get you, you just sort of like hit him away. Like if you went all the way up here and like this, and Fox like jumps up to try to up air you, then yeah, maybe down air him or something like that here or back air. But like when you have already you've already left this situation, your goal is to come back in with a nice like laser or something that like sets you up for a good position. You don't really want to like go back in and try to like fight immediately after leaving.
Okay.
Your goal is to reset. It doesn't look like you're getting run over too badly by like Fox dashing yet.
Yeah, it gets worse.
Okay. Well, that's good, because right now there wasn't a lot to say about the rushing in.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, this again is like where you kind of like leave here, and then you're like, maybe I could just hit him. This one's like kind of okay, I guess, but like it's just not a good mentality. Like you want to, when you're in a negative position, your goal, and this might change as you get better because there's like little tricks to reversal people and stuff, but in general a good rule of the game is if you are in a negative position, your goal should be a neutral position. You shouldn't try to swap negatives to positives. It's too greedy. You got to just go, if you're in a neutral, you want positive. If you're at a negative, you want neutral, and then you can go from neutral to positive.
Yeah, I think the issue is step 1 for me is like identifying that it's negative.
I feel like you know that it's negative because you already took like a defensive action.
I guess like here, like we're both falling, so in my mind, I guess like, because yeah, the way I see it is like, okay, we're both falling here, I'm above him, so I have like priority with a back air I could come down with. Like that was, I think, my mindset. Like I don't think I have the thought process yet to know why this is negative, like, for me.
Okay, so what you want to do then is try to simplify things down. Like, So basically, what you're saying is you felt like this was like an opportunity, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but so was this a tournament match?
It was training mode Tuesday, so I was treating
Okay,
it.
so it was like ladder.
Yeah.
Um, okay, because there are a lot of situations in the game, like I said, where you will get like reversals, but I don't think you're at like a stage of development where like getting good at those reversals is really gonna like help you in the long run. It might help you at like to beat a couple people.
Hmm.
So what I would say is like if you are getting comboed or you are like right here, like you're kind of getting comboed.
Yeah.
Um, like I would just prioritize escape. Like just try to get out of there,
Like
and
full reset and escape.
sort of be like it's okay to miss an opportunity to get somebody out of a chaotic situation. And I say this so much. It's like think about it like when it happens between two like ultra top pros, like somebody like two top 5 players or something. Somebody will like do something really bad, like somebody accidentally forward smashes or somebody like accidentally air dodges or something, and like
Hmm.
a lot of the times the other player doesn't even punish it, like at
Yeah.
top 5 level. And it's because and like a mid-level player will hit that every time, and the reason is that like they're just not expecting things to be wrong, and then also they're focused on getting their good stuff. So like if you're really focused on like winning the neutral situations that you know, like you should be winning neutral situations that you like are aware of. Like I lasered Fox and I baited the up tilt and then I down aired his, lag or whatever. You're like, haha, like
Yeah.
that's a real situation that you are familiar with it. You want to focus on winning those and getting good at like turning the chaos into situations that you know. If there's a situation and you're not really sure and you're whatever, it's like how useful is it really to training? It might be useful for winning if you can kind of squeeze it out, maybe, but like it's not training you to focus on winning with the tools that you've like shown up to try to win with.
Have you ever gotten into like Hold'em, like competitive Hold'em?
Texas Hold'em or whatever.
Yeah.
Not competitively. I mean, I've played it
Or not
before.
competitive, but like the like strategy, I mean. Because
Vaguely.
I have a background in strategy for that, and it kind of just flipped a light bulb where like it's very similar to that, where it's like you study these like scenarios that are very like bread and butter, and then there are other scenarios where it's like you think you're ahead, but you're not sure. But like even if you are ahead, like the edge you have is like kind of small, so you
Mm-hmm.
because like even if you call and like you win, when you win small, and when you lose big, so it's better to just fold and wait for like a better position.
Yeah. No, it's a good. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, yeah, maybe there's some future version of you that can like thread the needle and find some crazy win out of the chaos, and then that like clutches a game 5, and like that's all good, and that's part of the game. But it's not really the way you get good fast. Is like, like you get good and you perform better if you're focusing on like creating situations that have like order and structure that you have thought through and that you are better at.
Yeah.
So like I would just say like, and I've noticed that in a few of the situations so far where it's like it kind of ends up in like chaos, and like I would prefer you just try to reset the chaos rather than trying to capitalize on it. um,
Okay.
what I will say is that sometimes you will have a lot of stocks where someone gets you in like disadvantage and you try really hard to like, and you see maybe an opportunity where you could have countered it, and you try to go back to neutral, and they just hit you again because they were greedy, and they would have been hit if you had just gone back at them. But for whatever reason, you trying to reset, and now they're like on you already. Um, that actually happened to me for like the first bunch of months as Falco, because I was really hard set on like resetting and playing and like doing what I told you right now, like playing the
Yeah.
situations that I knew. Um, and it is a struggle, and it feels really bad that like you aren't getting the necessary reversals. But ultimately, I think it made me way stronger as a Falco player. And then at a certain point, I was just comfortable enough with everything that I just was able to sort of start going for reversals again and start like trying to play out a little bit more of like the chaotic situations, because it's just so much easier when you have like a basis, you know? Like when you see a chaotic situation and you know for a fact that you could just reset it to neutral, it sort of gives you like a clearer head.
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, I could reset to neutral. Is this good? Could I take this? And you don't have this like, I don't know, I'll just take it. You know, that you have this feeling of like, if I'm not sure, I don't need to take it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So just getting a little bit better at like the resetting and being like a little bit more committed to that, I think will help. Because like a lot of times when you play these structured situations, you're playing it pretty smart. Like this was good. Like doing this was good. Or you're like this, you're kind of getting Fox to come in, and then you're like, bam. You know, like that was fine. Okay, good back air. Whoa. Don't disrespect the ledge.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So much of Melee is like letting your opponent get away with bad stuff. Like, literally. And it's because you need to practice for the inevitable opponent who will not do anything bad. And so, like, when your opponent is a Fox and they're on ledge, I would really not recommend trying to back air them out of their ledge dash. They have like a quarter second of Gallant. They are not.
Should I just be lasering? Should I just be like lasering
Yep.
on the other side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just from like center, literally just sit there lasering. It's when Fox grabs. It's really sad, okay? But when Fox grabs edge, your goal is basically, I'm going to. Obviously, there's an execution test on Fox end. He has to hit his ledge dash, but most of the time they will hit it. Your entire goal is to be even after his ledge dash. It's sad, but it's true.
Okay.
Fox's ledge dash is really, really good, and your goal is just don't let him ledge dash cheese me. Because if you avoid the ledge dash cheese and you reset to, like, quote, neutral, he's still in the corner and you're still in center. So you still have an advantage. But if you try to push it any past like that, like, we're in neutral, but also you're in the corner, Fox. Like, if you try to push it an inch past that, they're just going to like, oh man, I practiced 7 hours a day, ledge dash up tilting and ledge dash up smashing and ledge dash shining. Yeah. And suddenly, like, all of your hard work goes out the window because you tried to get greedy in a spot where you shouldn't have. Also, This is like kind of a cool screenshot with Fox, like, he's on fire. But yeah, like, going for like these back airs and stuff, it's just bad. Yeah. Like, you're just like, I hope he misses his L cancel. It's like this. Nah. Not what you want. Okay, wow, you're crazy back air. I did not expect that to be a good back. Yeah, watch out for the ledge again. It's the same concept, like right here. When Fox goes down here, you can't, it's especially when he's far away. And especially when he's at high percent, which usually correlate because far away at high percent. But you can just go to ledge. It's fine. Like, you don't have to stay on stage. Against Falco, maybe just sit up here and laser because he can kill you instantly. But against Fox, it's like, if he goes below the stage and you go down here, you can react to anything. Like, if he side Bs at any point, you can back air it from ledge. If he up Bs, you can drop, double jump, reverse double laser, grab edge again. So, edge guarding on stage here is usually a better choice when Fox is closer, like around here or something. He's way out here, grabbing edge is just gonna like win. And if you miss him and you grab edge, and as you're grabbing, he perfectly goes on stage, you can either ledge dash shine him, or just drop side B from edge, and it'll just hit him up in the air, and then you just kill him. So yeah, just not giving him edge every time is good. Let's see. Yeah, I know I spent a little bit of time talking about not too much gameplay, but I think it's important.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm learning a lot. It's...
Okay, ooh. Okay. When in doubt here, I just go to here. Like, I'll just double jump to the side plat. Like, if I don't have a ledge dash set up and I'm scared or whatever, I'll just... A lot of times you can also do the Bobby, which is you do double jump back from edge, like right here. and then you're just gonna regrab. But if they look suspicious, you like side B like from right here, like double
Okay, I
jump,
was gonna ask you,
late side B.
Everdugo, I kept seeing you side being. Is that new, or is that not new? Is that an option, or is that like
Side like
specifically?
side being from the edge.
Yeah.
Um, it's good. I think it's good. I think it's a lot worse against certain characters, and it's a lot better against certain characters. Like I would say that against the fast characters, Fox, Falcon, Marth, Sheik, it's not that good. It's kind of like an execution test. And then against like Peach, Puff if she's in certain positions, Falco, it's pretty good.
Okay.
A lot of times the side B is just like I use it as like a bait a lot, where I kind of like I'll try to get somebody to like dash attack the edge or something, and then I'll side B to hit them. Here's what I'll say is that like side B from ledge is a crutch, and ledge dash is always better if you have a good ledge dash and you're set up for the ledge dash and everything. But sometimes I'm just in a spot and I'm like, I wouldn't have an invincible ledge dash, and I double jump from edge, and they're like kind of ready for me to do something, but it seems like maybe they're ready for like a double jump aerial or something. And I'm like, maybe just throw this out and maybe it'll kind of catch them. I had a really bad habit of doing it as Fox too. So in some ways, it's like a personal bad habit of mine, but I've done it so many times, I'm kind of good at it, so I kind of make it work. But rest assured, perfect ledge dashing is almost all the time better. Only against Peach do I ever feel like it might just be like, wow, this is broken good, because she just can't get to you a lot of times. But yeah. So I don't recommend the side B, but if you do it, it's also not going to be the end of the world most of the time. It's definitely better than double jumping drift forward here, like, because especially if you do this double jump back and you're like here, you can threaten the side B and then just either regrab edge or shorten the ledge here. So it does have like more mix-ups than just like the cheese factor of like side B on stage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was awful. You just like out of nowhere after playing this whole game, you're just like, laser, yeah, go get him. And it's like, no, what are you doing? You just kind of gave up the plan. You got comboed big for it. Okay. When Fox is at high percent, you want to really focus on your horizontal zoning. And like laser, auto cancel back air. You can do a lot of this like backflip, and then you decide to either turn around laser or late back air. That's really good. You want to be really careful about getting close and getting in these sort of like vertical interactions with Fox and stuff like that. Yeah, lasers and back airs. Now you're kind of setting up into it, but it took a second. I also don't think I saw like a single bread and butter combo this game from you. Like downer shine, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna watch this one a little quicker, but I'm looking at it in a different way. Okay. Just as like a random aside, right here, you never want to do this side B, because Fox can jab it or shine it, and they'll do it a lot for some reason right here. Always just wall jump, air dodge, like wall jump and then air dodge like horizontally here, and then if you hold down, you'll hit the stage on like a shine or something.
Okay.
It's just like faster, and he can't like punish it, whereas like he will punish that side B a lot.
See, I think if you go back, I think that's something that happens a lot where I'm like doing the back, like I'm like, okay, he's next to me, I'm gonna. I guess it's a bad choice because I shouldn't be threatening.
Like right
back.
here.
Yeah. Because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna, I guess, threaten like backflip, it could be like back air, it could be a laser, and then, but he's faster than me, so then before I can even like finish it, I get nared out of it. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm like,
well,
yeah.
okay, a big part of that is because at low percent, backflip back air is useless. It's only really good at like 100 plus.
Okay.
So below 100, you don't really want to mess with this whole backflip aerial type thing. It's kind of bad.
Okay.
Your options in a situation like this, and especially on these small stages, I've done like whole lessons where I talk about this. I don't know when. You could probably find them on YouTube though. It's like I've done whole lessons where like on Yoshi's and Fountain in particular and the Spacey Ditto, everything that matters is this top platform. So anytime the top platform is like open, like right here, you probably just want to control it, because if you're not controlling it, the other guy will. And they will have center control because of this platform. But if you get there right now, you just have this good center position. You can pressure the side plat with aerials, you can drop laser, you have all kinds of stuff. So you kind of put yourself in this bad cornered position for no reason, and you give him control of top plat, which is exactly what they want.
Yeah.
So now when Fox comes off top plat here, your choices, because you're stuffed in the corner here and the platform is low, you basically are either going to be like shining like a madman, like looking for CC shine, maybe rolling out after a second, you know, kind of like that thing I was talking about. Where with like the mix-ups where you're just kind of like boom boom doing my stuff, get out, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of times at lower percents, I super prioritize like shine more rather than the down air. Like I'll do shine, wave dash shine, crouch, wave dash shine, because a lot of times you'll get CC shine, or if you're crouching, maybe their drill hits you slightly weird and you slip out. There's a lot of like little ways that like staying low here and shining can kind of help. And I would either do that, or I would go to top plat.
Okay.
But yeah, fighting out of the corner here will just lose like every time. That's kind of how it is. Okay, nice. And notice that like you get this nice position where you get the top plat right up here. And it's so funny. Man, I've done so many lessons where I've talked about this exact point, and it's just a quick point. But for some reason, this is like a universal issue across all Melee players. I do not understand why. I kind of get it. Like, okay, so when you full hop up here like this, if you've dropped through this platform immediately, that's a pretty decent mix-up. Like, you know, like you did, instead of landing on it. I think landing on it is definitely more solid overall. But dropping through here is fine. But for some reason, when people do this double jump, if you do this double jump here, you are landing on the top platform. Like, that is the rule. You are, like, if you double jump, fast falling through the platform again is literally one of the worst things in, like, the whole game you can do.
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, I get why.
You got rid of all your resources. But I'm just... It's just crazy that, like, every person does this. Like, it's like, community-wide. It's some sort of virus. But regardless, yeah, you don't really want to be doing those. Okay, wow, nice. And once again, this is kind of this issue with the drop through. Like, why are you dropping through? Like, you got away, you get top plat control, and then you can do whatever you want, you know? But, like, if you come down and you fall through, it's almost like you feel, like, a little uncomfortable being on the top plat, and that's just wrong. Like, the top plat is amazing.
I don't know what to do there, I think, is the issue, because I feel like they're too fast, where it's like, I wouldn't know how to threaten with an aerial, because it feels, like, too committal if they're not, like... If I'm not
Oh, yeah, no, you're not going to be aerialing them.
Okay. So then, yeah, I guess it's like I'm above them, they're below me. If I just drop down laser.
Yep, I'll show you right.
And just giving up top plat.
Okay. So, well, the nice thing about the drop down laser is that... So, okay, so there's a few things here. So, obviously, this is not that good. I always tell people not to approach with lasers off top plat. But sometimes people will give stuff to you. You know, you get kind of like this. A lot of times if you short hop, they'll give it to you more than if you run off. And so, but regardless, I don't think going off with aerials is that good. Most of the time, it's just that you have this control to be able to like, you're here. They don't want to. They don't want to go under you. Wow, stupid platform. Okay. Like, they don't want to go under you. There are a lot of times they're gonna let you get away with this, and then you have, you know, you have a whole like mix-up party here because you have center stage. Fox, like, look, this down air from center hits all the way into the corner. Like, if Fox is freaking here and I do this, I can still, like, he can't dash back at all. It's not a thing. And like, I don't need to even do that, you know, because it's the threat. I can do, you know, that or whatever. You know, I don't need to go all the way in, but I can. And so there's that kind of like, and that's the same exact thing on Yoshi's too. Like, there's definitely like that threat. The other thing you can do is either run the side plat or short hop the side plat. I'm a big fan of short hopping off top plat way more than like running off. I think running off is kind of meh. Just because it's more predictable. Like, you have less fastball mix-ups there, and like this is pretty similar, and this is pretty similar, whereas like this compared to that is very different.
Yeah.
So I really like you basically can just chill up here, and then you just choose the side plat that like they're not on, like you're here, and then you can be like boom, or you can be like boom. So you basically, from this position, you can choose to laser from here, you know, which you're not going to do all the time, but maybe, you know, depending on position you do it, you can laser like off to this side here, like if there's no platform, or you can just drop through and laser. So you kind of have access to like any grounded laser on the whole stage from this position. Because you can do it here. Huh?
When Fox is in the corner, what's stopping him when you do this from just full hopping to escape, like, and me not being able to cover it?
Full hopping, like dash full hop, or full hop straight up?
Straight up, because I know it'd be hard for him to dash with the laser pressure.
Yeah, so a lot of times you'll get something like, let's see. So you're saying like we get something
out of shield. He's like sitting in shield. I'm doing laser.
So I laser, he shields, and then so I do like this, and then he does that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So check this out. So, oops. Okay. Bam. Stock over. Like, literally. And guess what Fox is not going to do? Rising aerial. Because he wants full hop falling aerial. He doesn't want, like Fox doesn't want to do, like, this. You know, maybe he will, but, like, it's not even that good. Like, if he does this, or, like, you know, with the platform here, if he does that, you're just going to, like, oops. Like, you know, if he does that, you're just going to hit him. Like, it's not... Yeah. It's not like a very good spot to do this early aerial. So he wants to do like a late aerial. So he wants to do something like, you know, like that, you know, where he gets like that. And so you get like, he's vulnerable during this entire, like, during this entire jump until he comes down with the back air. And so when he's up here, he's just literally like a hurt box. He's just literally a hurt box.
It's like an execution test for us to hit him with the
Well, I mean, because think about it, if he does something else here, you're not exactly like in danger. Like, you just took side plat. Like, you're here. What's he gonna do to you? You know. So like you know, you created a position where, you know, if he full hops out, he loses his stock. And if he doesn't full hop out, you know, maybe you chill like this. And so what'll happen is sometimes you're chilling, and he gets a full hop, and you're like, interesting. Or sometimes I even get like this, where I do this, I go in with like a laser, and then he full hops over it, and I'll literally be like, whoa. You know, I'm like, oh, get me out of here. And then I'm like, oh, okay, he does that, bam. I just read it, his stock is over. He never had a chance during that to hurt me. All he had was like, oh, I'm in the corner. I full hopped. Whew, I made it away safely. And then he's like, oh, I'm in the corner. Whew, made it away safely. And then he's in the corner and he dies. You know? And there was never a chance for him to like get you or anything. And especially if you get hit in this position, like if you get hit like here, what could even happen? Like, you know, like he could, you know, like, what's he gonna do? Like, a lot of times they'll just, like, shine you or something, and like, wow, look, you're totally fine. Like, you know, like, you slid off the platform, like, you're totally good. So, like, I think that is, like, a really good way to handle that position. Just here, so it doesn't, like, keep messing up the platforms. But, like, yeah, I'll do that a lot. So, let's see. Yeah, you just get caught. Ooh, a lot.
Okay.
And then it's like, oh, what if I do this? Oh, it's like, if I do this, oh man, I stopped him.
Yeah.
Does nothing. Does
Yeah.
literally nothing. It's like he just doesn't have a lot that he can really, like, a lot of times, yeah, he's not gonna read this a lot of times anyway, but even if he does read it with, like, an attack or something, a lot of times it's just not gonna really hit. Like, it's just a solid position to pressure from, and especially when you mix it up with, you know, like I said, like, you mix it up with, oops, you're mixing it up with this stuff, and then bam, you snipe him, like, you got him. And so Fox is just in a kind of bad position in the corner, and a lot of times they end up just going to ledge and ledge dashing again. You kind of reset it safely, and you're looking for these full hops out, and you're stopping their grounded and short hop movement with the laser.
So that is what I'm looking for, is like, that is basically...
Well, you want to cover their ways out of the corner. And they have
Yeah.
they have this way out of the corner, and they have this way out of the corner. And so if these are covering this way out of the corner, and you're doing this here to stop them from coming out this way, their only way out of the corner is to jump. And when they jump, you have a chance to just hit them. And if they jump and you're doing this, then who cares? You know, back up here, back over here. Like, if they go to side plat and then you just take top plat, what's the big deal? You can drop, you can laser them here, you can pressure, you can do, like, late aerials on the side plat, or you can just, you know, come down to this side plat. Laser, they come down, okay, we're good again, you know? And sometimes you'll even, like, laser them from here, and then they, like, drop, and so you're like, laser, 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 bam. Yeah. I get that actually quite a bit on people where I do laser, and then they go up here, and then I go here and I do laser, and then I catch them with coming down, and they go, ah! And they jump up, bam, dead.
Yeah.
So that's, like, the main way you're going to be pressuring that platform spot.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go through this a little faster again. I think one thing I really want to see from you is I want to see you doing a lot more, like, shine, wave dash, shine, like wave dash out of shield shine, stuff like that. Man, I just pulled this up, just really quick. I just want to show you. There's like a spot, like right here, where, let's say we're like here, and we like reset, and it feels like it's really scary because Fox is gonna do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what I can do is this. You can do that. Like, you can meet him before the Nair comes out with the shine, and like the dash JC shine. Because you know he's dashing in. And it'll beat the up smash too, like if he's close to you, and he does like... Because if you do it at the same time, yours will just win. And so there's a lot of situations where you're kind of like on the ground with Fox, and you can kind of just, you know, you can either look for this right here, where you do this, or you do that. And so it's like either like you read Fox coming in with a shine, or you're retreating laser. And I think that and also wave dashing around and shining is like pretty good too.
So that's the fastest to go from standing to getting a shine off is dash, jump, cancel, shine.
Yeah,
that's the fastest way. Okay.
Yes, of course, definitely. And the wave shine is good too. It's a little slower, but it gives you extra distance. And so, like, for instance, like right here, you know, right in this spot, you can try run up dash JC shine, or you can like wave dash in, shine, wave dash away. It's not that it's always going to be the best option, but I need you to like try around with it. There's like, or play around. There's like this big missing like shine fiend part to your Falco, where like it doesn't look. So I don't know if I accurately expressed this, but the entire goal of any fast faller matchup is to hit a shine. All of your other moves, all of the other moves, just serve the purpose of helping you get that shine. So it's like I need to get the sense that you're really like looking for the shine. You're really trying to get the shine. Whereas it feels like you're really trying to get an aerial. Like you feel like the aerial is what's really going to bring it home, and then the shine is kind of more secondary. But it's not about that. And so looking for the shine also makes the platform game way stronger. Because you have shield drop shine, you know, if he misses, maybe you get a shine. And, like, his shines are worse on the platform, stuff like that. Or, like, that one you did where you short hop off shined. Like, those are good, too. What were you going to say?
The two things you just said were, I think, what I need. Because right now, I don't have any options that, like, start with a shine. Unless they are shielding. Because all I basically know how to do is, like, shine out a shield, which is only a reversal. Or, like, start with a aerial and then shine, because I need to.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's why I don't.
Okay.
Have
so
that.
dash JC shine, wave dash shine, and full hop shine and shield drop shine. Those are your shines, and you really need to just kind of get really good at those. You'll end up getting way more bread and butters too, because right now you're so focused on hitting the aerials that you'll just find a spot where you're like, good, the aerial will hit here. But it's not even like the spot where the aerial will combo there. It's just the spot where the aerial will hit. Whereas with Shine, you don't have to really worry about it. You just need it to hit, and then you can figure out the combo game.
Yeah, I think that's why I get so frustrated in the Ditto.
Because you're not looking for the shines?
Yeah, and because they have this tech that I don't have, but I like didn't know what it.
I see. Yeah, and what it should feel like, especially against Fox and Falcon, like Captain Falcon, it should specifically feel like you are literally like Shine the character and Laser, and they like you use your aerials as like a mix-up where you're too prepared for Shine, so these aerials will do the trick. The aerials are not the main tool. The shine and the lasers are the main tools.
Okay.
And so yeah, almost done. I actually have one more thing I really want to talk about. Okay, let's watch one more stock of this, and then I have one more thing I want to talk about. With regards to the top plat. But yeah, no, now that we've kind of narrowed down the weakness, it's so obvious because like in spots like this, you know, this laser should definitely lead into some kind of like shine pressure, you know, shine wave dash back, something like that. And this one too.
Like I know I'm supposed to do something, but it's like, oh, down tilt, because like I don't.
See, I think you just need to get a little bit more like shine brained and like try to hunt. See, like this. Look at this one Fox did. You need to be doing some like this. And these aren't even as good as Fox. This guy probably plays Falco at some point. Like wave dash in, shine, wave dash forward. You know, like you can do those as Falco, and if it hits as Fox, who cares? Nothing's gonna happen to you. But if you hit him with your shine in that way, you'll just get a big beefy combo.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that pretty much kind of hit the nail on the head of what you are missing right now against Spacies, and it's definitely the shines. Like the shines and looking for the shines, and also a lot of the other little things we talked about. This is the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is on... it doesn't really matter. I'll just do it on Yoshi's. It's like Yoshi's and FOD are pretty much the same, you know? But basically, you can do something where you do, like, you know... They love to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're at the top plat, and you just hold up, it doesn't work. Like, ever.
Is that SDI?
No, I'm ASDIing. I'm literally just holding up. And sometimes they'll get this weird single hit, but the majority of the time... And sometimes you can be in a weird position. Like, what I'll do is I'll go for the SDI, but then, like, most of the time, the ASDI is enough. Like, you're just up here, and then he'll like, tap you somehow, and then you just slip out like that. And that happens like 99% of the time.
Okay.
And so the nice part is because they also love doing this, there's this special key of short hop off the side plat, where look how short hop dodges the up air if you time it right. And now check this out. Bam. Like you can just sit up here and then read it, and then you can literally get like a punish on it. Or you can do like this one where you go like that. So it's like you can either get a down air on it or a shine on it.
Interesting.
And so, like, the up air is not good from him, especially because you can be here, you can go here, you can be here, you can go here, you can do here. Sometimes I'll even do this one where I just do that, like short hop there on the top flat, like, urgh. And then sometimes, you get this short hop and you get this punish. So it's like the up air is, it's like there's this sort of level of the game where every time Falco's on top platform, Fox just up airs over and over, and they're like, this position's free, like, Falco's trash on top plat. And then you get a little bit better defense, and then suddenly Fox is useless against Falco on top platform. Like, completely useless. And so, like, that shift is very, like, binary. And once you learn how to, like, really use the top plat, suddenly it's this position of, like, massive positional power against Fox on both Yoshi's and Fountain, rather than, like, I just get up aired every time,
Do you think the shine stuff is also probably the issue in the Ditto as well?
I don't know because I haven't seen it, but because I am a lot more
down to like do 90 minutes and I could pay like time and a half, or do you not ever do that?
We can, yeah. I think that's fine. Yeah,
I was hoping to be able to do spaces because
yeah, we can do that. I'm not sure how similar the Falco stuff will be. A lot of times in the Falco matchup, it's very different from the Fox Ditto. I think like landing the shine is of high importance, but getting raw shines on Falco is like way harder because he has the lasers. So a lot of times in that matchup, I'm prioritizing a lot more like laser control into aerial than like laser control into like shine reads like against Fox.
Yeah, I the first two are like someone that I think I was playing well against and was like the third one I call it that because I played it right before this lesson and I was kind of cold and I just got obliterated and it felt like how it feels at Verdugo. So I thought it would be a good thing to go over.
Okay. No, we can do that. Give me 1 second to like mentally adjust then, and then we can do it.
Okay. Because on Monday, I played Intensity and Losers for my 0-2.
Dude, Monday was crazy stacked.
I was already like, Jesus, this is my 0-2, and I get 3 stock game 1 Falco, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go Marth for game 2, and I almost beat him with Marth. Like, okay. Whatever.
So do you want to start with the Battlefield game?
Yeah, just so I don't start with looking bad.
Okay. Let's see.
So I'm curious what I'm doing like right.
Okay. So remember, and this is true in every matchup in the game, nice easy rule to remember, don't ever interact at 0. Ever. Like, you don't have to. The only time you want to interact at 0 is when they're just like, like, I don't know why, but I gave you the freest shine in the entire universe at 0. Or like, they whiff an up smash at 0 and you get the latest down air humanly possible into a shine. Or like if they give you something incredibly obvious at 0 and it's just free and you get a combo out of it, then take it. But overwhelmingly, you should be aware of how bad your character is at 0. Falco is trash at 0. Like, he's horrible. Down air doesn't even like combo into shine at 0 like consistently unless you like hit the latest one. So it's really important when you start out a game, do not look for physical interaction until you have lasered them. Like, you don't want to look for this until they have literally like 3 to 5 damage is enough, and suddenly down air is this monster killer move. But at 0, it's bad. And look, exactly what happens is you hit him at 0. Let's see. You are neutral Falco, right? Yeah. You hit him at 0, and nothing happens because it's just bad. If he had 2 laser damage, if they had 2 laser damage on him, they'd have been dead there. And it's really funny that the other Falco immediately does the same thing, and they just hit you, and they get punished because interacting at 0 is awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Also down tilt Y. Shine. Like right here, shine. Mass shine. Free shine. Down tilt is not a good move.
I think it's funny that I feel like that's the one I need to switch. Is for some reason when I should be shining, it's like, okay, down tilt.
Yeah, no, down tilt's kind of awful. Like, it's a really slow move, and it's very good in very specific situations, normally out of combos. Like, overall as a move, down tilt's kind of bad. Shine is just a million times better.
Yeah. I just need to make that mental shift.
And then, like, here, you're like, oh, man, I got this back air pressure. Like, why? Like, what does it do? Like, this back air doesn't lead to his death, and you're not shine pressuring after the back air. So why are you doing it, you know? And then, okay, you get roll shine. That happens. Okay. All right. Okay, that was good. I'm down with that. That whole sequence is fine. Right here, why are you shielding? If you jump and you get hit out of the air with a down air, shine. Just literally mash. Like, look at how many frames you had. Up. You had all those frames to shine them. Okay, you get it. Back air. Go off stage. Okay. Yep. Good edge. Like, not incredible edge guard because you messed up and got the tournament winner, but, like, the set of reads you made there was good. That was good. Make sure you don't start out like this. Like, just, you want to be on the other side light shielding, not on the ground here, right beneath the platform.
Yeah.
So that like got you hit a little bit, but could have been a lot worse. At like 0 here, I like to nair. Like, I like to drop nairs here instead of the down air. Just because they're at 0. Down air is pretty bad at 0. For some reason, you get the down air shine here anyway, because they're bad. But okay. Hey, at least you're getting more bread and butters in this matchup.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. It's like, you like miss 2 lasers, and you're like, whatever, I didn't need those guys anyway. It's like, what? like you need the lasers. Like, you need these laser damages, because otherwise, you know, it's like, oh man, you get this shine, and it's like, okay, that's great, 6 damage, you know, like, the lasers are so important to get that little bit of extra damage. Every little bit of damage counts, because it's funny, like, all of these down airs would have worked if you had, like, 2 more laser damage. They're all just, like, slightly wrong on timing. For the percent they're at. I'm gonna be honest, that nair was fine.
Okay.
The nair was okay. You were at really high percent. They were at, like, the perfect percent where if they jumped into it, it was over for them. Like, I think it's fine. Could have been worse. Oh, come on. This is like you seeing a chaotic situation and wanting to fight out of it here. This should be a situation you get to the ground and you dip. You know, you shouldn't be going for this, continuing to fight.
I think once I get to the ground, I'm able to, like, I think it's when I'm airborne. That's when my brain. But when I'm on the ground, I feel like I'm able to, like, run back and start lasering.
There's just, like, a lot of, like, non-functional interaction that you're doing. Like, there's a lot of times where you're just kind of moving around and you just kind of get hit out of it, and there's not really, like, a lot of, like, rhyme or reason to it. Like here, it's like you just kind of go to the platform, just kind of get hit, and it's like, because you didn't keep moving. And then there were a few spots earlier where you just kind of, like, got hit out of stuff. I'm trying to understand exactly, like, why you're getting hit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, these back airs, dude, like, I think you need to be a little bit, like, more of, like, a crackhead. Like, you need to be a little bit more focused on, like, what is going to give you the W, and a little bit less on, like, I don't know, dealing damage. I don't really know how else to say it. Like, it just feels like there's a lot of times where you'll get a hit, and there's not a combo in mind. That's like something I'll say is that, like, basically, like, if you throw out a move, there should be some form of either the move is there to like prevent them from doing something, like you're just gonna wall a move, and if they do X, they die, and if they don't, whatever. But if you're gonna try to hit them, you really want it to have like a combo in mind. Like, you need some form of like, if this hits, I'm gonna combo. And I feel like you have it's a very common mentality among players of this level, which is like, if I get the hit, things will generally work out well for me. And that is just like an extremely like low level mentality overall. The sad part is that you can get away with that mentality as Fox until like top 40. Like, as Fox, you're like, well, honestly, even higher. I swear Cody plays like that half the time, where he's just like, oh, if this Nair hits, how bad could it be? I'm cracked. Like, and so it's like, Falco, you don't really get to be like that, where you're just like, it'll work out. You need to be like, I need my thing. I need my super special thing. If I don't get my super special thing, nothing happens, And you just have to play. Think about when you're playing like a puff. The puffs, they know, well, the bad ones don't. But, like, so the really bad puffs, what do? They just back air and fair over and over, and they just hit you, and they hit you, and they hit you, and nothing happens, and then you just win the game. And the really good puffs, what do? They sit there, and they wait, and they look for grab, and they look for up air, and they look for grab, and they look for up air, until they eventually kill you out of a grab or an up air. And it's Falco is way closer to that type of character than people want to give him credit for. His combo game is so dynamic and interesting, but his neutral game is very, like, focused. You really have to focus on, like, which moves are going to get you the big opening. Because if you don't, you're just going to be, like, the stray hit guy forever,
Okay.
Because there's a lot of these, like, this back air, literally worthless. Like, it's just straight up worthless. You're going to hit him, it's going to send him to ledge. That's it. And you risked your life for it. It's just not worth it. If you came down and you were looking for a shine, or a down air, or anything, or an up tilt, anything that'll give you a combo, it would be a little bit better. Even the world's dumbest up tilt is better than the world's best back air at 60 from center stage.
Okay.
Because, like, at least the up tilt, as dumb as it might be, if it hits, their stock is over. Whereas no matter your best case on this back air is nothing. Okay. Once again, really try to get them out of this 0%. Like, it's just like, for me, this 0 is like this big and it's flashing in red. Like, whenever there's somebody's at 0, I'm just like, warning, opponent at 0%. Do not interact at all. Like, I just literally see that all the time in my head, because, like, otherwise they're just at low percent, and you end up having to like this. Basically, if you fight someone at 0, you end up doing your laser damage that you would normally do, but with your moves that should be comboing. Like, this 20% is, could have been like 5 lasers and 1 down air, and then you would have a combo opportunity, rather than you get the shine down air and now they're 20 and you're like, now I can play the stock,
Yeah.
So the lasers just help you close in one opportunity rather than like 2 or 3. Okay, shine. Okay, messed up. It's fine. You almost never want to drop through laser. You want to short hop off plat laser. Short hop off plat. So, if you learn one thing right now, short hopping off of the side platform is probably the strongest position you can have in the Ditto. If they're on the
Single
ground.
laser, or is it double laser?
Mixing single laser.
Okay.
And you mix up. Well, if they're on the side plat, you can double laser. But if they're down here, you do the single. And you can mix up your spacing, your timing. You can empty short hop, double jump to top plat. You can do aerials here. You can do all kinds of things. If they're under if they're under either platform, if they're directly underneath you, you get to short hop to center and laser them. If they're over here, you get to short hop to center and laser them. If they're in center, you have pressure and mix-ups with aerials versus lasers. Or you can mix up using the top plat. So it's like this crazy, nasty, strong position. And a lot of times, if I'm this Falco and they're up here, I just kind of wait for them to jump, and then I take the side plat, and I'm like, haha, now I'm doing it to you.
Yeah.
Like, the Ditto is kind of silly like that. It's very much like, haha, here's my setup into lasers, into aggressive stuff, you know? And then you're like, I'll come back later. And you go to your platform, and you're like, haha, here's my platform with lasers and aggressive stuff. And you just kind of do it back and forth until, like, somebody outplays the other person.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of times if you drop through laser, you get this. This happens to you. And if your laser just didn't come out here, you would have lost your stock. So, okay. See, okay. Pressure. Nice. Okay. And
yeah, and then this last one is right before this, and it's just me getting
the Verdugo one.
Yeah, it feels like this is like what it felt like playing Intensity at Verdugo on Monday.
Okay.
And honestly, it happens on Pokemon a lot.
And like, honestly, what?
I feel like it happens on Pokemon a lot because my full hop option gets like, or I guess the no top.
Okay, so this is a thing. So you know what I really love here? Laser damage. Great. Laser. Okay, but after this third one, you got to make something happen. You need to dash dance. They're already at 8%. Otherwise, you begin like kind of wasting your laser control. So against Fox, okay, so let's just say what I do is I just treat this matchup in particular very differently from other matchups. This one. Against Fox, a lot of other characters, you get these lasers, you want to do sort of like baits, right? Like defensive actions. The Falco Ditto is all about you land your laser. So I always say there's two important things in the Falco Ditto. Do you have your laser out, and do you have your dash out? Your dash being out is like incredibly next level important in this matchup because it gives you so much mobility compared to the other Falco who isn't using their dash. Like if they do aerial out of shield and you do dash dance aerial, you'll just win every time. You have way more control. And so basically when you get this position, you have two options. You are either going to laser and immediately go in with either a down air or a nair or a shine, or you are going to dash in, dash back, and then dash in and attack with one of those moves. There's not a lot of space for anything else. It's kind of like you have the advantage. Like you have a good hand, you bet all your money. You know, like it's just how it is. You get a good hand, you're like, oh, money up, here we go. Like, and so you just need to go in on these because like otherwise you'll just get a bunch of lasers and then they'll get laser into mix up. And then they'll combo you to death. So when you get them past 0, I like it. You got a couple lasers in. As soon as they're like 5, 8%, whatever, you just gotta literally pick either like go immediately or like tiny mix-up into go. That's it. Okay. And the matchup is very simple in that way. Like they're either gonna get hit by your move and die, or they're gonna up tilt. And honestly, up tilt's not even that good as 0. So, but like. If they up tilt and you do your little mix up, you're gonna hit them. So you just have this big fat advantage where you're just gonna get like, and you know Falco has the same jump squad as you, so he can't even like outspeed you like Fox can. So you're just like at a pure advantage here. And you kind of made it work here, but you needed the dash momentum.
Yeah.
Like you have to dash. You have to. Laser, okay. It's fine. Aha, see right here? Look at this. Right here, check it out. Right here, dash, short hop, turnaround laser, into pressure. Right here, you'd have this big pressure, and then you'd immediately get a mix-up into going in. Okay, get out of there. Lasers, you need a laser? You need a laser? No! Yeah, you don't want to get in those, like, aerial versus aerial. You want the lasers. And like, cause dude, look at this. When you're getting lasered, look at how miserable you are. You're like, no, I'm I'm in pain, you
That's why I
know?
have such a
And
bad
so,
time.
like, you need to understand that, like, your lasers do this exact same thing to them, where they're like, ah, no, like, they feel bad, you know? And there's your CC down tilt again. You just need to stop doing this forever in general. Like, the thing is, it's okay, and it'll work sometimes, but the overwhelming amount of the time, the down tilt's not the right choice.
So still CC, just be CC shining.
Yeah, just like CC Shine or grab or whatever. The truth is, Falco doesn't have good CC options, and CC down tilt. The thing with CC down tilt is it'll be good in some situations, but right now it's clearly your like hold down and press A type habit, and that is very bad because down tilt is incredibly slow. Like, I would rather you go for CC Shine and miss a ton of shines than go for the down tilt because it's just not good. Okay, here's an example of yes. So okay, this is the Falco Ditto. You're like, haha, laser, laser. I see. I have established control. I go in. He dodges. That is fine. Get laser control. Oh no, I was a little slow. He got laser control on me. Double jump to side plat. Double jump back here to side plat. If I ever get lasered out of the air and I'm at this range, I'm always double jumping. 100% of the time. Always.
Okay.
So yeah, if you end up here, get out of the way. Get to side plat. Get to side plat or get a laser out. Okay, you got the laser out. That's fine. Oof. They kind of just got in on you. It's fine. Okay. See how you're kind of getting pressured here? If you get pressured, full hop. Full hop. Right here, ooh, I'd be full hopping immediately. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay, good. Good. Like, see how like laser in the mix up immediately. It's just so strong.
Sometimes I do it and I'm like, that was so good. Why don't I do that every time?
The problem is it always bleeds into other matchups, and then people are like, I'm gonna laser mix up Fox, and it's like, no, you're not. Like, you can only do it on Falco because he's the same speed as you.
Okay, I need to put that into core memory.
Like, you can do it to Falco and Peach because they're both slow, but you can't do it to the fast characters. They'll literally just dash away. Lasers, lasers, approach. Okay, good. Lasers, lasers. Okay, yeah. Whenever they shield back, whenever this happens, this is funny. Every single time this happens, every time, I just bait the auto-cancel back air. 99% of Falcos will auto-cancel back air here, and the rest are Mango, and they'll wave dash back Shine here. But almost everyone will do the back air there. It's nice and easy opening to get on a lot of people. Okay, get out of there. You don't want to be fighting here. Nah, this whole like down air party thing is bad. Get out of here. Lasers, lasers. Get your lasers established. As soon as you land this first laser, you need to get in as fast as you can. That's like the thing with Falco is like the laser control against Fox, because it's more defensive, he kind of pushes against you and you push him back with the lasers. And he pushes against you and you push him back with the lasers. This matchup is like you hit Falco, and it's the second that laser, like, honestly, not even when it connects, like when the laser comes out, like when you get your laser out and their laser is not out, it's psycho time. Literally just like approaching laser, get close, do a mix up. Like, because their goal the second they get lasered is to like, I gotta stalemate. I gotta get out of here and I gotta come back in with my own laser, you know?
Yeah.
So the second you land it, like right here, you land this, and this laser's out, you need to already be like, go, 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 get in there, get in there, get in there. Because otherwise, they just get out. Like, you get your lasers, and they might have gotten out anyway. But like, go, 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 go. Because when they do this, then maybe, you know, you're underneath them, you get a little bit of better of like a shark position or something, you know. Mm-hmm. A lot of times they're still going to be able to get out anyway. Which is nice, because otherwise, if you got lasered, you'd never be able to get out. Okay. So it's from right here. Set up.
And what happened here happens a lot.
It's because you're not short hopping. you're trying to drop laser. You can if they're like in this position, think about what happens. Right here, if you just short hop off at them, what are they gonna do? They don't want to get late. They don't want to get down aired, right? They're probably gonna move back, and then you just drop a laser. So like the threat of the aerial clears them out from center. Like short hop off, clears them out, and then you get a laser. And a lot of times, if they disrespect you and they decide to stay there, you'll just get you'll get an aerial, and you'll get pressure out of it. Okay. Ooh, okay. You just kind of like drop your controller for a second. It's fine. No, dude, lasers.
Yeah.
You lost the game plan.
Yeah. And then I just can't kill him.
It's because you're not lasering. Okay, go in. Okay. So right here, when they do this, this is fine. What you want to do is dash away, and then right here, dash in approaching laser to catch their laser. Like, you just want to reestablish control on their landing, basically. Oh, dude, lasers. I'm so scared. There's no lasers happening. So yeah, it seems like you don't short hop off side plat to get your lasers enough. And you also don't full hop laser. Like full hop and then just coming down with a laser is also really good. And it's kind of the only way to deal with stuff on FD. Also down air is not that good at high percent. You want to like nair and stuff. It'll kill more.
Okay.
And then, yeah, now right here you're just playing full like I'm Sky Falco and I'm gonna come down with a down air perfectly. And it's like no, you need to be the laser Falco who comes with the laser perfectly and then pressures off of it perfectly. You know. Okay, you got some pressure here. Late. Okay. Right here, you just got a little greedy with the backflip laser. This is like a retreating laser here. The retreating laser is good there. Just like as if you're against Fox or something.
Yeah.
Someone in chat said, but Sky Falco is so cool. It's like, nah, that's the lamest version of Falco. Like full hopping around looking for downers. Everybody hates that. It's not good. The lasers let you move in. Be aggressive. Like right here, also, like this is empty for no reason. Like right here, turn around laser, turn around laser, turn around laser. Like you get an established control. Yeah, there you go. Laser into mix up. Get out of the way. Laser mix up. Yep. Laser. Okay. You just let him get the laser. You had like it's just more sensitive, I think, than your subconscious realizes against all the characters. Like with how much. Remember, there was like the first thing I mentioned in the lesson is like the gaps between the lasers, how significant those are. Because like you get him to shield, but instead of going for another laser into a mix-up, you just do this whole period with suddenly no lasers. Like, look at this. You're like, okay, we get out of the way. Lasers, yeah, lasers. Wait a minute, there's no lasers. Why are there no lasers? And then he gets the laser, and then suddenly you're in this bad position, and you're shielding with your back facing him, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, the laser control is all important, and dashing. You cannot come up with anything more important than those things. And just stop down airing. Generally, like over 100, you don't want to down air. Like sometimes there's going to be spots to do it, but usually back air and nair become your best friends. Yeah. So it's like when you're in an aggressive position with the lasers, you need to always keep the pressure on. When you're in a bad situation, you need to be way more willing to full hop or go to side plat. The one I always say is take laser, dash back, full hop, waveland down. Let me show you that one really quick. This is like I wasn't paying attention, I don't know how, but I got lasered and I'm scared thing that I do. Because sometimes you see the laser positioning and you're like, oh, that's fine. Like sometimes you see the laser positioning and you're like, oh, I can just like you'll have this, and you like, oh, I know I can just dash away, you know, like I'm fine here. But then maybe you get hit by this one, and you're like, you know, it's this one, just this, bam, 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 totally safe. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I suck at dashing out laser. Bam, always safe from everything.
And then what do you do as the lasering Falco?
From here?
Yeah.
if they go up to side plat there, probably like, I don't know, that or something. Like I just kind of keep playing it out. Like I'll look for stuff. Like I'm not threatened here. And a lot of times if I'm here and they go to the side plat from like those lasers, like if I'm here and it'll be something like this, and then they from here will do something where they're like this, and then for me here, I'm here and I'll do this, and then maybe that, or I do this, and then, oh, this happens too. Like that. Where like they come down with this one, and then I do this, and then I have a mix-up. Or here, and then they do here, and I do this. You know, sometimes...
Or are you just like, you're just going into the bag and being like, this mix-up, this mix-up, this mix-up?
Like in which spot?
Like in terms of movement option, in terms of like short hop, like in terms of choosing to go to like top plat, choosing.
Well, there's like 6 different stalemates. You know, there's like I can stalemate like this. I can stalemate like I can go to here and then here. I can just do this. I can do this laser, and then you know I can jump up here like this to kind of try to stalemate. Like sometimes I'll do this sort of thing where you make it ambiguous whether you're gonna like land here or like here. And so you can kind of like do this one where you get this. And so there's just so much that you can do there that, yeah, I just mix it up. And I kind of look for spots. Like sometimes I'll get this. Like I said, I'll do this. And then I get this where I come down over here. And then I get like a thing. And I'm just kind of like moving around with them, kind of feeling it out. And I pick different stalemates. And I kind of look to see which decisions they make. And I kind of just look to see if, first of all, I'm getting laser damage, right? Which is always good. And second of all, I'm looking for positions where I can get laser to mix up, or like get a laser in a position where they feel pressured and they might want to, you know, escape. But a lot of times this matchup is literally like, it's like da 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 da. Like there's just like a lot of freaking like moving around and like a lot of full hopping, and then eventually some Falco ends up, you know, some Falco ends up right here, and I had just come down from this, and I go, oh, ooh, and I get this. Yeah. And that's just kind of it. Like, it's just, that is neutral. Like, stalemating around and looking for the little laser opening that you can maybe turn into pressure is just sort of how you play neutral in general in the matchup.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So basically, I can just practice, like, laser movement around plats is, like, huge, and then just opening shine options. So wave shine out of shield.
Yes, versus Fox, big time on the opening shine options. So what were you going to say? You were going to list them?
Yeah, so wave shine, like wave shine out of shield.
No, like wave dash out of shield shine.
Wave dash out of shield shine, yeah. Wave shining, and then it's dash, jump, canceled, shine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And shield drop shine.
Shield drop shine.
And full hop shine. Reading Fox moving up. You don't want to read Fox coming down. You want to read him going up.
Okay.
So that's versus Fox. And also being really aware of, like, the laser timing. Like, when you stop your lasers, they, like, wear off really quick. Like, stuff kind of resumes normal gameplay really fast once the lasers stop. So you have to be really aware of, like, any gaps in your lasers and how your opponent might respond to that. But yeah, versus Fox, the shine openings, and then versus Falco, get really comfortable. If you get shot, pick a stalemate and retreat. And then if you are on the side plat, get really good like short hopping. In general, short hopping off the platform was a thing against Fox too, like short hopping off of the top plat and stuff like that. And then against Falco, short hopping off of the side plat and controlling the lasers and being prepared to stalemate immediately when you are shot are like the most important aspects, I think. Like laser into mix up also.
Okay, this is very helpful. This is a bunch of, I'm gonna rewatch.
Yeah, I feel like this was actually a really good lesson. We went over a lot of like super important stuff.
Yeah, this is like the Falco spacey lesson.
Yeah, no, I think this is really good. I think hopefully a bunch of people will be able to watch this and learn from it too.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Sounds good. Let me know if you have any extra questions or anything like that. And cool. I'll see you at Lawless, I think, right?
Yeah, this weekend.
Awesome. I'll see you there, dude.
All right.
All right. Peace.